Hey friends, welcome back to Knitting Butterflies. My name is Emily and I'm going to try and make this not happen a whole lot. So I've got my glasses tilted down. But I wanted to just pop in for a really short episode today and just tell you about a project that I am very excited that I finished. I finished it earlier today. It has been 2 years in the making. I am very excited to share it, and I want to put my Christmas decorations away so bad. So I thought I would do just a special short episode to show you what I finished. So this is my stocking. I found the two I was missing when I was cleaning my house. So I have this one, and this one, and this one, and this one, and I'm out of room on my hands. And this one, and this one. So all of our stockings are completely done. Like I said, this is 2 years in the making that it has taken me to finish these. So I started with this one, and I'm not going to show the embroidery of their names just because they're my kids' names, and I try not to put their information publicly. But I started with this one. And the pattern originally was called the Family Portrait Stockings when I started it, and now I think it is called a set of 3 Christmas stockings by Dorene Giordano. So this is pretty heavily modified, though. I'll show you on mine. So I'll show you the stranded color work on these. So there's that diamond pattern, and then there's this snowflake pattern, and then there is a poinsettia pattern. So I did all 3 of those, and I'll focus on mine so that I can show you everything. These are very heavily modified from the original pattern. So originally the pattern has you knit them toe up, which I did go ahead and do. I prefer to knit cuff down, but toe up is fine. And then it has you knit toe up, and it has the foot, the bottom of the foot, as a different pattern, mostly just stripes of the main and the contrast colors, and then increase for a heel and gusset, and then you do the type of heel, I don't even know what it was, but I tried that on the blue stocking, and I really hated that process, and I was not happy with how it was turning out. So I actually knit the entire foot and then the heel of the first blue stocking, and then disliked it so much that I ripped the entire thing out and decided to just do the stranded color work on the top and the bottom of the foot, and then just do my fish lips kiss heel like I normally do on socks, because I know this by heart. And so I did this little band the same. That was the change I did on here, and then the fish lips kiss heel, and then the pattern, I didn't realize it until later, but the pattern calls for this little band of design to be above and below the name, and I didn't do that. I only did it below the name, and then I knit the amount for the cuff. And I don't remember if the pattern calls for you to bind off on the top, but I wanted it to be extra sturdy and safe, and for the names to not, I didn't want to have to worry about the ends for the names getting caught or catching my hand. So I actually did a double thick cuff on there. And then the names, the embroidery is also slightly modified from the pattern, especially this Y. I had to make that one up because I didn't like the one that they had. And the Y on my name was the only character that actually goes below the main writing line. So it looks a little strange, but I kind of love it. So I sat down over the last couple days and did all the embroidery for the names, and then I sat down and I also knit a 4-stitch I-cord for the loop. I always make them big enough to hang over door handles, because at our house Santa hangs their stockings onto their door handles so that the kids can open their presents and have a couple snacks and have something to open, and usually something to do, like a book or something like that, in their stocking, so then they can do something and let mom and dad sleep in. So I actually have not been up before 7:30 or 8 o'clock in the morning on Christmas morning in several years now, because we figured out that trick. I would say 3 years. So anyway, so that is how I modified this stocking. The yarn is Knit Picks Wool the Andes Sport. Like I said, I've done 6 of them. I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, as far as how happy I am with them, 10. Like, these are gorgeous. Like, I hung them up on my my fireplace, and they're gorgeous. I keep looking at them and be like, how in the world did I actually make those? You know, like, they are what I was hoping for, as far as how beautiful they are. But on a scale of 1 to 10 for how much I enjoyed knitting them, I would say probably a 5. Yeah, I'd say probably a 5. I didn't hate them, but I didn't love them. And when I didn't work on them for a while, it was hard to pick them back up and come back to them, which is why it took me 2 years. And then there were other things, like on this blue one. Like I said, this was the first one I started. It was actually the last one that I finished knitting. Or no, mine was the last one I finished knitting. One of them was. Because I finished knitting this one, and then like that same day, my dog pulled it off of wherever it was, and she chewed a big old hole in the toe, and I had to reknit the toe. So I finished mine, and then I ripped out the toe in this one and reknit the toe. So I did not love knitting these. And I've already told my son, you are not allowed to make it so that I have to make more of these anytime soon. He's young enough that that's not a worry right now, but old enough where we're not ready. I'm not ready for grandchildren I'm hoping for like 10 more years before grandchildren. But then I was talking to my sister, and she pointed out that I could go ahead and just knit a bunch of extra ones and then embroider names on them as new people are added to the family. And as much as I don't want to knit more of them anytime soon, it does give me an excuse to buy more yarn. So I actually went ahead on the Knit Picks website and added to my cart all of the yarn I would need to make 8 more. Because I figure spouses and grandkids and things like that, as they will come eventually. But I would not be knitting them anytime soon. But I also worry that if I don't buy the yarn, that maybe by the time new family members come around, I can't get the yarn either. So I'm kind of tempted to go ahead and just buy a bunch of yarn and have it in like a special, like, sealed bin or something, so that when the day comes for new family members to get added, I already have the yarn. I can print off the pattern and put it in that box so that I know that that's what it's for. I did figure out that I pretty consistently used 2 skeins of the color yarn and then 1 skein of the cream color. That was pretty consistent in all of the socks. So I actually have like 5 skeins left of the cream that I did not use for these stockings. So I used like the cream. 1 skein was enough to do the color work and the embroidery, and possibly the loop too, because I did the embroidery for several of them using the leftovers from 1 skein. So I feel like ordering 2 skeins per stocking of the color and then 1 skein of cream is enough to make the whole stocking. So that is on my mind. So I went ahead and added them to my cart, and then I'll just keep an eye for when Knit Picks puts them back on sale, and then I'll order them. But I wanted to share that with you because I'm not planning on doing a regular podcast again until the end of the month, and I want to put them away, and I am ready to put my Christmas decorations away, and this was my challenge, that I would not put them away put the decorations away until I could put these in the same box so that they would not get lost again. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed them, and thanks for watching.